What's up guys, my name is Kelvin Wiley and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, if you could please hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to turn on post notifications. That way you're alerted every time that I post a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about velvet ants, specifically the species Dasymatilla occidentalis, which has been known as the cow killer, but commonly referred to as the eastern velvet ant. I'm going to be going over general information, basic care, and also I'm going to attempt to sting myself towards the end of the video, so we'll see how that goes. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so I present to you a female eastern velvet ant, Dasymatilla occidentalis. Now, despite its name, it's actually not an ant. And I know it looks ant-like in appearance, but it's in fact a species of wasp. Now, this one is a female, and it's actually very easy to differentiate the males between the females, because male eastern velvet ants, or just male velvet ants in general, because there's many different species, the males possess wings and are able to fly. Now, unlike the females, which do not have wings, the female has a pretty painful stinger. So I've heard. I've never gotten stung, but if you watch the beginning intro of the video, I'm actually going to sting myself later. So we'll see how painful their sting is, if they really live up to the hype. But like I was saying, males have wings, but they actually lack a stinger. Females lack wings, but they are equipped with a stinger. So that's an easy way to differentiate them. If they have wings, it's a male. If they don't, it is a female. Now, as you can see, these guys are pretty easy to handle. As long as you don't squeeze them or make them feel trapped, they will not sting you. They're pretty gentle creatures. They don't bite. Now, like I said, the females can sting, but only if she feels trapped. She will use her stinger to inject some pretty painful venom. Besides being able to sting when feeling threatened, the females are also able to create a stridulatory sound, which means that they rub two parts of their abdomen together to create a like a squeaky noise. I'm gonna see if she'll try to do it for me, so let me see if you guys can hear it. Do you hear that? Do it again. There we go. Now, this species can vary in body coloration. Mine has an orangish red body coloration to it, but you may find some individuals that have a dark red coloration, like a richer, darker red. So it really just depends on the individual. Now, out of the species of velvet ant that come from the East Coast, this is the largest species right here. So this is the largest velvet ant species you will find on the East Coast of the United States. These guys are also common in southwestern states like Texas and Arizona. But here on the East Coast, this is the largest species. All right, so now I'm gonna set up an enclosure for it. The enclosure for a velvet ant is pretty easy and simple to make. So let me go and do that right now. Now, for the enclosure for your velvet ant, you're just gonna wanna typically use something small. You're not gonna wanna use something very large because they do bury themselves underground. And if you do use a large size enclosure, it'll be very hard to find them underground. So something like this would work. Just make sure that your enclosure is ventilated. If there aren't any holes in your enclosure for air to filter through, just make sure that you add some. Now, for the base of the enclosure, the substrate that you're going to use, I like to use a mixture of both sand and coconut fiber. You're going to add water to it, just make sure that it's moist, and I'm going to apply that to the bottom of the enclosure. Just like that. Say about like 2 inches deep. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Also, if you guys need any products such as coconut fiber, spray bottles, feeding tongs, anything like that, I left links in my description box where you can simply click the link and it'll direct you to the product where you can actually order it. So if you guys are in need of anything like that, I left links in my description. So just letting you guys know. Now I'm gonna show you guys the food that you can feed your velvet ant. But real quick, I just wanted to show you guys this stuff right here. It's called Creature Food Jelly Cup. It's by Zoomed, which is in my opinion, pretty good animal company that creates pretty decent products. This stuff right here, I would not recommend. No disrespect, or I'm not dissing Zoomed, but this stuff is just absolute crap. It's pretty horrible stuff if you look in the ingredients. I mean, I find it pretty funny and ironic. I mean, it says, jelly cups are a convenient way to provide your creature pets with the nutrients they need to grow and thrive. The nutrients they need to grow and thrive. Well, let's just take a look at the ingredients for each of the jelly cups. All three jelly cups are pretty similar, but we'll go with the banana flavor right here, the banana jelly. Doesn't take long before you get to artificial banana flavor. So right there you have an artificial flavor. Then you have artificial food dyes. You have yellow 5, you have yellow 6, and then we also get to high fructose corn syrup. So artificial flavor, artificial coloring, and high fructose corn syrup. Remember, jelly cups are a convenient way to provide your creature pets with the nutrients they need to grow and thrive. There's nothing nutritious that's going to provide them with any sort of benefit from eating high fructose corn syrup and artificial colors and flavors. I mean, it's just, people shouldn't even be eating that. So to give it to a small insect, I can just imagine it's like, it's poison. It's literal poison. So I'm going to show you guys what you can use to, give your velvet ant or whatever you're feeding that kind of feeds on like juices and nectar and stuff like that, jellies, what you can do. So what I like to do, I like to just blend my own fruit. This right here is just organic blueberries that I put in the blender and kind of made a puree. So this is something nutritious. This is something that's, actually healthy. It's real food. Okay, no disrespect to Zoomed, but that other stuff is literal rat poison. So you can just get your own fruit, just blend it up, make sure it's organic, preferably, and you can give this to them. So what you can use is a little cap. This is just a cap that I got from a water bottle. Something that's not too deep, something super shallow so that they don't accidentally fall in and drown. So gonna pour some of the organic blueberry juice into it, just like that. All right, and I'm just gonna I'll just put it towards the perimeter of the enclosure. This is just a simple way to provide your insect with a nutritious meal that will actually benefit them in the long run in terms of health and longevity. Now, just for aesthetic purposes, I'm just going to add some rocks to the enclosure. Just like that. Now, as for water, your insect will get most of its water from the fruit that it feeds on, but I like to use filter water. I'll just use a spray bottle, fill it up with filter water, and then just kind of spray the enclosure a little bit. And I have watched my velvet ant actually drink the droplets of water from the side of the enclosure as the droplets run down. She'll get her water like that, and also from her fruit. So you can just spray your enclosure about once a week. They don't require much water, especially if you're feeding them fruit juice. Now the only thing left to do is add the velvet ant to her new enclosure. And right now she is burrowing herself into the substrate. One cool thing that I find interesting about them is that at night they'll actually bury themselves underground and will go to sleep. And then you'll usually wake up the next morning and they're still under there, and they usually don't come up until like the afternoon where they're most active, because this species is diurnal, so they are active in the day. Alright, so I'm gonna go and sting myself right now. I'm not gonna waste any time, I'm just gonna get right into it. Look at how long their stinger is. You see that? Alright, here we go. Come on. Hasn't stung me yet. Come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, ooh, okay, it got me, but let's see if I can get it to sting me again. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's the second time. Let's see again. There. Whew. Look at that. Alright, that's the third time. Let's go for another one. Fourth time. Yeah. Alright, we'll go for one more. Fifth time getting stung. There we go. Alright. Stung myself 5 times. And honestly, let me put her back real quick. So I stung myself 5 times, and honestly, it was not that bad. The nickname that the eastern velvet ant has is Cow Killer. I know that name may sound quite scary and intimidating, but it was pretty underwhelming to say the least. I was expecting something much more potent, more painful obviously, but that was literally nothing, and to be quite honest, a huge letdown, but it's quite okay. You know, I'm glad I can finally say I stung myself with the infamous Cow Killer, but yeah, that was nothing. But she is now back in her enclosure after stinging me. She has buried herself underground, I believe under this rock. Yeah, you can kind of see her right there. Oh, there she goes. But let me not disturb her. So that is going to conclude today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really had a fun time stinging myself today. It was quite a little, you know, a big letdown, but nonetheless, it was still exciting. I never stung myself with this species before. Other species I have of wasp, and they are much more painful than the eastern velvet ant, but I'm glad I can now include the Asymutilla occidentalis to the stinging list. If you guys are interested in more videos, you can head over to my Instagram at Kelvin Wiley. It's just my name, just like my YouTube channel, where I post a whole bunch of videos, insect related, other types of arthropods, where you guys can watch and read descriptions about them. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed it. If you're not already, please subscribe, hit the bell icon to turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.